All right, so good day, everyone. So this is just an additional input that will be sent through. If I can send this in Messenger, then so be it. I'll try to send this within this day. So this is all about similar polygons, which is also related to a topic which is similar triangles. No? Anyway, triangles are still under polygons themselves. No? So three-sided polygon and triangle, so that's okay. To name it's a polygon. So yeah, let's try to define this one first before we go with examples. So we have the informal definition of similar figures or similar polygons as sama. Um, so when you say something similar, look like they look like the same, diba? No. So sa may example ka, for example, two figures are similar if they have the same shape, diba? So if they have the same shape, for example, a 1 peso coin compared to a 5 peso coin or 10 peso coin, di ba much bigger ang 5 peso or 10 sa 1 peso or a cent, or 1 centavo coin sa kadako is similar to a 1 peso coin. Same as like shape. So they do not necessarily have the same size. For example, similar sila pero not necessarily same ng ilang size. And then we have here the formal definition of similar polygons. We have two polygons are similar if and only if. So we read this one as if and only if. If and only if. Basa niya, if and only if. So their corresponding angles are congruent. So for example, this triangle ABC here, angle A daw is congruent to angle B. So see, if you see this kind of mark, um, sometimes we call this mark as, and we use this mark to indicate that these two are congruent. Sometimes if length ang basihan ay hash mark or hatch mark na hatch mark this one. Ana, kung length ang basihan, ana. Example na siya. Pero not necessarily ang the matter ang length. So this one, kung usa ka buok ni siya, congruent ni siya sa usa pod nga na ay ana diri. Kung duha si E, congruent siya sa nay duha diri. Kung tulo si C ug si F, congruent sila. So mo na siya diri. Mo siya ang symbol sa congruent. Kung may kag similar, ang symbol na niya kay similar kay kana ra mo siya og wave something like S or S similar, di ba? So nanaraga ng mga Greek letter is similar, no? So nganong gitawag siya congruent, sir, kung nanay ana equal. So when you say congruent gani ang duha ka butang, same sila og shape, the same time equal ilang tanang lengths, no? So yung congruent, for example, these two are just similar because their lengths are not the same. But their angles, their corresponding angles are equal. But their lengths of the sides are not equal. So dili sila congruent. It's just they're just similar. Sir, nganong congruent man yung magagamit sa diri? Because angle A, congruent man sila at bang sila bali nag-correspond sila sa usab-usaba. No? So same og buka, same sila og bukahon, congruent, equal and similar. So, and then corresponding sides are proportional. So, similar kung ang ilang corresponding sides are proportional. So, when you say AB is over DE is also equal to CA or AC over DF, which is also equal to CB or BC over EF. So, proportional means if the ratios of the lengths of the corresponding sides are equal. For example, kanito so take note the orientation of this triangle. No? So C5, look at 5 here. Tayo na siya. Look at the yellow, look at the indication kanina yellow, na yung mga colors. So, AB is over ZY, 18 over 9. And then that is equal to CA over XY, no, which is 14 over 7. And then CB or BC over XZ, no? So that is 10 over 5. So if you notice, sir, wala lagi na sila dapat si XY man o si CB. No, take a look at the orientation. No? Sometimes it's not written, ang scale niya wala siya ibutang inana ang format, pero usually dili na siya iingon niya, equal na sila mo corresponding side. Ang imong bantayan diha is the lengths. No? So of course kana much smaller ni siya compared to this one. So you have to somehow change the orientation of the drawing and see how are they being oriented. These are just equal to 2. So the sides are proportional because their ratios are equal. So when we say scale factor, it's another term for similar polygons, ang ratio of the corresponding sides. So let's try to take a look at this one is already arranged na ha. So this is not drawn to scale ha. When you say this is not drawn to scale, ang iyang size dia wala na gyud nga mao ginang sakto 5 ni siya, this one is 7 exactly no. So gi-change ako lang gyud sa para di maglibo. So the scale factor from triangle ABC, so this one ABC no, to triangle ZK at mga naman sila ZYX. Ilaman. What should we multiply with 18 to make it 9? Is it greater than 1 or less than 1? Of course, it should be less than 1 because it's getting smaller naman, meaning na-reduce siya ba? No? So, we should multiply it with 1/2. Diba? Similarly, 1/2 siya actually. So, similarly, when we check for 14, so we have to multiply it with 1/2 to make it 7. And then 10 to make it 5. So from there, we say mo ni iyang scale factor. But kung reverse naman po, gikan sa gamay pada ko, reverse po nini mo. I-reverse sa nini mo. So that is 2. Okay, so from 7, what should we multiply with 7 to make it 14? So it's 2, di ba? From 5, it's 2 again to make it 10. From 9 to 2, 9 times 2 is 18. So, ano siya? Scale factor. Scale factor has something to do with the reduction and enlargement of the figures. So let's try to name similar polygons. So look at first is you have to take a look at the corresponding letters. No? So this is a quadrilateral, not specific, no specific type of quadrilateral, but this is a quadrilateral. So A, B, C, D, no? Just take a look at their corresponding angles, no? So, or letters. So this one, A corresponds to R. Sir, how do you know that A corresponds to R? Look at the orientation of the drawing. This one here is the slant, slant part. Also, the others are gipadako na ni siya. So A, quadrilateral, sometimes we put, since it's a quadrilateral, we put there like this symbol like that. It's similar to ABDC, no? ABDC. Dapat kung unsay sequence ni mo diri sa first na quadrilateral, sundon sa dani mo sa sequence ni mo diri, no? So if you notice, I will start with R since counterclockwise man na siya. So counterclockwise sa akong pag-name. Sir, kung clockwise akong paggamit, rungan ka. So R, P, S, Q. Okay? R, P, S, Q. So same ang ilang rotation. Pwede sad kami yung R, Q, S, P. Basta imong gamit dari A, C, D, B. Take note of that. But usually we do name them in the counterclockwise. So applying the definition, angles. So kung angles sad ka, corresponding angles mo kay angle A, it corresponds to angle R. And then angle B corresponds to angle P, angle D corresponds to angle S, angle C corresponds to angle Q, di ba? Applying the definition, sides code AB corresponds to PR, RP, sorry. And then BD, this side here correspond to this one, PS. And this is also, this one here, DC corresponds to SQ. No? And lastly, CA corresponds to QR. Again, just follow the sequence, no? Counterclockwise na siya. Sunda lang siya. So proportional means all the ratios are equal. So i-check din na mo siya. Kung equal na sila tanan, then these are and same ang ilang corresponding angles, then this is an example of a similar triangle or similar polygon. So for example, given ABD quadrilateral ABDC, so this one, and quadrilateral RPSQ, find the lengths of the missing sides. So may missing dere kaning tulo, si AC, CA or B, and then BD, di ba? And DC or CD. But complete sa PCAS. And we know that these two are similar. So find AC. Let's try to find AC. So write out a proportion of the for the sides. No? Be sure to match up corresponding letters. Let's start with AC. So may nag-correspond na AC dali. RQ, di ba? So RQ. And let's now use something for the second one for us to solve the missing one. Dili na ka mag-use o kanang na-miss nga side. So what you're going to use is the side here nga kung naa siya measurement and i-pair nimo sa iyang corresponding sides. So let's try to use AB then over RP. No? So these two will be used na. So pag-establish mo diha, we now find the lengths of the missing side with AC. So replace the sides with the lengths from the problem. So we have AC, question mark na siya, leave it as it is, and RQ is 14. And AB, plastic no? AB is 8 and RP is 18, di ba? So just do cross multiplication and then you will get, and then solve, and then you will get, cross multiply na siya, 18 times AC, which is equal to 14 times 8. And we know that 14 times 8 is, how much is that? 56, no, i-reduce na ako, wala pa na, di na siya 14 times 8. Ako na siyang i-reduce by 2. So this is 2. This is 9, this is 4. 14 times 4 is 56, divided by 9, so 56 over 9. So that's only for AC. So same thing will be done to find CD, no, and BD. So maugyapon. So remember the scale factor is the same. So in order for you to find the other, since this one is 56 over 9. So how do we get the scale factor? So another question is find the scale factor ABDC to RPSQ. So we find it using the length, di ba? Since similar man sila, so we now check the ratio to the sides. Mo man ay muhatag sa scale factor. Kung i-check, always put the first polygon mentioned in the numerator. So AB, RP. So babaw ang tanang na adri. So if you notice AB, BD, DC, AQ, AC, and then ubos ang sa ikaduha. And then let's try to put this their corresponding sides, their corresponding lengths. So kung sa'y na-adre, given ba? Ito lang i-substitute. So 18 over 8, sarang complete ha. Imura nang i-reduce. 4 over 9. So the scale factor to from ABDC to RPSQ is 4 over 9. No? So may complete. Equal na sila tanan. So ikaw na bahala sa anong na naman ni siya AC, di ba? Ang kanina lang imong i-solve. So kung saan pag-solve na, same thing. Same thing rin na siya. Pwede gani i-automatic na naman siya kani imong equate nimo ni sila. Yeah, once man na kani BD, kanina sad siya og kani nga pa mo na po yung comparison. So dili nimo kausahon tulo ka equation. Bali duha ra pares-pares ra. Okay? So here, let's try to find x, y, and z. Solve for x, y, and z given that A, B, C, D, quadrilateral A, B, C, D is similar to E, F, G, H. So write a proportion using the names of the sides. So magyapon, we start with here ang gikuan niya kay ang left or right nga quadrilateral polygon. So kaniyang giuna ang babaw. So EH over AD iyang corresponding equal to EF over AB. So then once mabutan na nimo ng ratio or proportion, imo na nang substitute sa ilang value. So for EH, X ra na siya. For AD, 15. EF is 10. AB is 20. So just to simply do cross multiplication. Kung necessary, cross multiply. And then solve. So this is just X equal to 7.5. No? So if maglibog, let's try to simplify this. Put this into this format. 150, di ba? Okay, 15 times 10, then divided by 20, both sides. Most likely, you will get a 7.5. Ito ba? Okay, kung tatangon na nimong 0, di ba? 15 divided by 2 is 7.5 naman. Ito? So, sir, question. Is it okay if we use this ratio? The same gyud nga mga side, pero kani among unahon. Ang kaning dako nga quadrilateral among unahon. Same ra ba among answer na? Well, let's try to see if same ra ba. So, i-exchange lang gyapon ng value. EH, this is 15 here. This is X, and this is also 20 over 10. So if you notice, bisan og ato siyang rearrange, same ra gid na ang iyang actual na value. This will still give us a value of X, which is 7.5. If bisag mo pa na ipasolve diha. No? So bisag unsa ang orientation, as long as sakto imong pag-substitute sa value, then they will eventually end up equal ra gyud na sila. Okay. So let's continue with the other missing side, given that X is equal to 7.5. Nakita na po siya. So DC, magyapon, we'll try to find Y this time, Y. So DC, that side is represented by DC, and this one, HG man na iyang atbang. So, and then AB, kompleto na siya. Magyapon niya yung gamit. So, Y over 5, kay Y man to, tas 5 ang HG. And do cross multiplication dayon. So 5 times 20 is 100. Divide by 10. 10 nagyapon, di ba? Okay, may mo siyang 10y. No, never mind this one. May mo siyang 10y equal to 100. Divide both sides by 10, you get a 10. Di ba? So this one, FG over BC. So equal to EF. So mao gyapon kung unsay correspond, kung unsay gipangita kani siya FG, ang gibuhat gud ani diri is kung unsay gipangita mo giuna ni SWOT. For example, EH mo giuna ni SWOT. So may tabo ang tanang yang gigamit nga sa right side nga quadrilateral gibutang sa babaw. Same sa diri kay ang dako man nga quadrilateral, no. So DC is written first. So of course iyang atbang it should be written first. Kaning AB ng kauban niya diri nga side, diri nga quadrilateral. So diri FG man, Z man tong gimita. So sa atbang niya BC, mo gyapon EF AB. Ang complete ra ang gigamit. So balik-balik ra ni siya actually, no. Gibali-bali lang. Depende sa orientation diri. Pwede ra gyud siya balik-balikon, kay equal naman sa tanan. Ang imo lang bantayan is ang orientation, nabas numerator, nabas denominator. So there, we substitute na lang. 30 over z equal to 20. That is 30 times 10, which is 300. Divided by 20 later on. That is 6. No, sorry. 20. How much? Z is equal to? Ilaman. Below E. 15. Diba? Is 15. So So z is equal to 15. So if you have questions in this section, kindly message me lang. Nalibog. So dilations and scale factors. So sa may ng dilation. So dilation is a transformation that changes the size of an object. So this is something to do with the kwan, di ba? Nagyapon niya sa physics. And scale factor is the ratio of the lengths of the corresponding sides of two similar polygons. It indicates the relative size of one polygon compared to the other one. Ang imong mabantayan gid aning scale factor dilation, kato ni siyang part nga mo enlarge or mo reduce ang usa ka object, no? So from smaller triangle, madako siya and so on. Similarly, sa imong kinabuhi, kung padayon ka, mas mo widen ang imong range, imong capabilities. Sige ka, mag-enlarge ka sa imong knowledge, no? Padako ka. So, depende mo kung kaganahan din. Depende mo kung continue ra ka, siyang basa. That will help you enlarge your wisdom and knowledge, di ba? So, scale factor and dilation. So, enlargement, kung magpadako, literally, reduction, kung magkaubos. So, here we have congruent triangles. So, question, are congruent triangles similar? And what is the scale factor between two congruent triangles? So I think this will be discussed into another video na lang. I'll just stop here and then see you later.